So the Moto G Play 2024 is a very impressive device. There's a lot of things to like about it, but you wouldn't really know about it because this is the cheapest Android phone you can get in 2024. It is available for free on pretty much every carrier out there, even on prepaid. And also, even if you had to pay for it at $50, it's still not a bad device at all. So let me tell you the reasons why the Moto G Play is an awesome device in 2024. So the first thing to like about it, it is a very lightweight device, and that makes a big difference. When you're carrying these massive big Android phones, and you can't really do much with them. You're fumbling around with them. Now, this phone is not small by any means, but it's very, very lightweight. Overall size is kind of big, but the weight on this is very, very low. So it's not going to be overbearing in your pockets, for example. So that's the first thing to like about it, is the lightweight. Second of all, it has a 90 hertz refresh rate. That is the normal now on Android phones. It is higher than the 60 hertz on regular iPhones. So that's something that this free device offers, is a great refresh rate, so it's smooth scrolling. The next thing that is very nice on this is the software. I really like the very clean Pixel-like software on this device. There's not a lot of extras, and the software that it does have, the chopping motion for the camera, little things like that, the 3-finger for screenshot taking, and other little tidbits here and there that make the software extra nice on top of the clean, fast, responsive Pixel-like software. And that also helps out with how smooth this device is. I'm very impressed. It doesn't feel like a cheap device. It is very responsive. I don't feel any slowdowns really in day-to-day usage. It's not a speed demon by any means, but the phone feels very, very slick. Next thing to like about this device is it has a micro SD card slot, so expandability for storage is pretty much awesome. Flagships like the Pixel 9 and iPhones and all these other devices, they don't have expandable storage. You have to pony up for that. Another thing that I like about this device is that it has a headphone jack, very plain and simple. You can connect it to your headphones, to microphones. Like I connect it to my car, so that's very, very nice. The fingerprint reader is very fast. Another thing to like on this device. Big, gigantic battery. It's a standard on Android devices now, but I still can't get over the fact of how much battery life this phone gives me. And charging is not that bad either at 15 watts. It is still considered fast charging, but when I compared it to charging on a more expensive device like the Moto Edge, the Motorola Edge and the Moto G Power, this one actually charged faster than those devices, so I'm very impressed with that. There are some things about this device that make it cheap, and they're very, I don't know, it's really your opinion. It only has 64 gigs of internal storage. It has 4 gigs of RAM. That has a cheaper processor. It doesn't have 5G. It doesn't have the eSIM technology built in. It has a 720 display resolution. There are no software updates like the Pixels, and honestly doesn't even have Android 14. It's stuck on Android 13. And the camera system is going to suck unless you're in bright outdoors. But I think the positives outweigh the negatives on this device. This device really, really makes me feel good using a cheaper device, a free device. It doesn't feel like it. And even the material on the back, it's like a cool blue metallic feeling plastic, and it feels very, very nice. But you do got to put a case on your device, in my opinion, just to avoid any type of damage. And this phone really is really nice for everyday tasks. I could go on, social media, email, music streaming, podcast, browsing the web, Twitter, all that stuff goes really, really good. Messaging, all this stuff just flies by. It's very buttery smooth. I do like the screen. It doesn't feel like a cheap screen. The settings and software are just right, and I really don't have any complaints. I would definitely use this as an everyday phone, and I wouldn't feel bad using it. So definitely consider the Moto G Play 2024. It definitely feels like a mid-range phone to me. And you can get this phone for free pretty much everywhere. So that's been my positive review of the Moto G Play 2024.